what's the next step, if there is, for this defense from last year to this year? Both Ryan and I said really the only way that you guys can improve on defense, in our opinion, is just taking the ball away a little more. Is that where you would point to? Is that where the focus is in the defensive side of the room right now?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, from the outside perspective, like, that is, I guess, one of the like main stats you would want to fix or to elevate. Obviously, we won a lot of games doing it the way we did, but no, there's a ton of little things that we have to clean up. That if we can play how we should play, I mean, we want to be the best. You start with the Broncos. You want to be the best Broncos defense in history. This organization is nothing but history and defense. So to be able to, come in day one, it's our 4th year with VJ, to kind of like, let's get all the wrinkles figured out, which, we're doing right now. That's what these next few weeks are all about. And take advantage. And I think if we just do the little things better, we will get those turnovers. So it's just kind of really all coming together even more. Like last year felt like we were in sync. I think we'll be even more, but that's what the next, 4 months is for us to, get that figured out. And when we do, sky's really the limit for us. And so it's just, competing every single day, getting better, and letting what happens comes. It's not putting the expectations today. It's working every day for the highest expectations for that day. So then in September, it can all come together.
Love that.
Love that. We were just kind of calling our shot on players that we think on the defense could take a big leap forward this year. Who's someone that you kind of have your eyes on, one of your teammates that you think this guy's primed for a breakout year?
Nobody picked the 32-year-old middle backer. I'm taking so.
I don't know. You had a pretty damn good season last year.
Learning new skills. I mean, I think underrated guy, obviously, who I think has taken huge steps the last 2 years. But I mean, Justin's gonna come out and ball out. Like I think that's number 40 is gonna be great. You go down the list. I think Zach Allen, Nick Bonito, Coop, Jonah Ellis, DJ Jones, like they're all going to have huge years up front. Their expectations for themselves, like I said, are so much higher than they were last year. I think Pat is pissed off he didn't win Defensive Player of the Year again. So when you say expectations from last year, I think that's his. And I think that's what his goal is for this season. I think Brandon and Huff, you want to be all pros, Riley, like, every guy on our defense, which you should have aspirations to be all pro, Pro Bowl. And that should be the goal with how we're talking about how we want to be better. If everyone plays the way we think we can, get the turnovers that we think we can, finish games the way we think we can, we could, why not have 11 all pro players?
You mentioned Justin, and that was a guy that I pointed out as well. And maybe you can relate to this. Like for him, he's felt like he's on the edge of like, am I going to be one of the guys? Am I going to be a starter his whole career? To be able to get a contract and feel like, hey, like I'm expected to be a starter now. What does that do for like your psyche?
Yeah, it gives you a lot of confidence. Like you finally, like this will be the first year he walks in next week for the first day of an OTA practice, and he's not on the depth chart on special teams in a good way because you're now off of him. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, you earn your way, and it doesn't matter how long it takes, but like, so for him, it's 7 years of earning your way, getting in, but now it's like, it's his and mine, like he is our Mo backer, our dime backer. And so he's an every down guy. So that's your spot. It's your confidence, like lead that position, lead the young guys, teach the young guys, be like the stud in the room. You know what I mean? That's your job now. And that's how he's been this whole offseason. So it's super exciting to see I've seen the development for the 5 years I've been here. So just to finally get it recognized contractually is super cool for him, just to, see that all come together.
Well, and Alex, you mentioned the 32-year-old inside linebacker that plays next to Justin. I felt like last year was the best year that you've had in your career. Did you feel like that as well? Yeah.
The first 4 weeks was just kind of being happy to be back off an ACL. In my mind, an injury, you're kind of confident in yourself to come back. But then when I sat down this offseason, it was like, shit, like, dude, week 1, I still couldn't, when we were doing a warm-up pregame, I couldn't put my knee on the ground because I still had pain in it. I was only 10 months from surgery. Like, it evolves so much, even now, like how much better I feel. I had maybe not say that.
You're good.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, shit. Then I mean, I had cancer. You know what I mean? Like my body was fighting cancer, and I played 9 games before that. So
Yeah.
like to not, I think the last 7 games were the best games I've ever played in my career. And however I want to say, like, I mean, I did feel better. So like my body was not recovering from an ACL. It wasn't fighting cancer. Like those are 2 pretty big things that you wouldn't be like, hey, dude, if you're in the NFL, here's 2 things I'm going to give you to get better at. So I've had an off season now where I feel really good and just, building on that confidence, obviously being around VJ and all the coaches and just kind of, like I said, getting after those little small details that we can get better at and just being ready to go this year.
So I have to ask really quick, how are you doing with everything? Because like you mentioned, it wasn't just like one thing. You had cancer and recovering from that ACL. People always say the second year is when like you don't think about the ACL anymore. And so you're entering that. Does it feel like that?
Yeah. Oh, my numbers are all back to what I was before I got injured, which that's, the biggest thing. I mean, I was 29 at the time, 30. So yeah, to have this, I mean, I'm hitting faster speeds, higher jumps, all that stuff, which is great, which is where you want to be. It's all the metrics. Do they all translate to the field? Necessarily no, but like, does it make you feel better confidently going into the season? 100%. So having all that back, feeling super good. Not, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff we could go into with how your body fights cancer that everything feels a hell of a lot better.
Good.
And just functioning better that I don't even know that I didn't think about before that now I notice. I'm like, wow, this is way better. Like my body just recovers better. I sleep better. Everything's better. And all my scans and stuff have been really good. So it's just kind of, peace in your mind with all that. So it's all super good.
Love to hear that, man. One of the things we talked about earlier in the show is we were talking a little bit about that Bills game and you guys causing 5 turnovers in that game. And we were just talking about how like that game never really got to be fully appreciated because obviously Bo gets hurt and all of the conversation became about that. But when you think back on just that game, like what stands out to you in your memory about what made that game special?
Yeah, I think it was, kind of a culmination of like what had kind of been going on here the last 2 years, being on that verge, kind of talked about as a team that could, take that next step. Obviously going to Buffalo and getting blown out there is, you're close, but you're not there. There's teams that are better than you. There's teams that aren't just not there yet. You're developing, going and, winning 11 games in a row at one point, doing all those things. But now you're the 1 seed. Like, what are you going to do with that? And so to have Buffalo come here, a team that if they would have came here and just beat us how they did the year before, a lot of people probably wouldn't have really hated on us. They would have been like, oh, that's just, Buffalo being Buffalo. But instead, we knew who we were and we knew who we wanted to be. And so, we went out there and played our game in that game. And that's what was special about it. Yeah, like you said it, the narrative changed. And obviously a lot of the focus had to get away from stacking on top of that to win the next game and then eventually go to the Super Bowl. But I think that's the best part about where our team's at, re-signing everybody, bringing everybody back, being where we're at is now we get to do that. Yes, it's not the fastest road. Like if we win week 1, it doesn't necessarily mean we're in the AFC Championship again. But it's just knowing that like every week that's what we're stacking to go do again. And we've been there now. So we know now it's not a shock to get there. Now when we're in those tight situations, it can't be too big of a situation for anyone on this team. You have to be ready to go and win those games because you have to win those games to, be a good team in this league.
Alex, some players that were on the Super Bowl 50 team said they got eliminated in the playoffs kind of in a shocking form in 2014. And then they said right when they stepped into that building for 2015, all the focus was just on getting back and how motivated they were because of how the season ended. Obviously, your guys' season ended in a different way. But is the talk already about the Super Bowl or what's the feeling in the building right now?
No, it's just, getting better. Like, focusing, like I said, legitimately one day at a time. Like, thankfully, Sean is a great, we're in phase 1, so we're just lifting and running. We're going to start practice next week. So right now it's getting faster and getting stronger and just being around each other, getting that camaraderie going again. Because obviously a lot of guys get away for a while. So it's just getting all that back together, doing stuff together, golfing, hanging out. And then next week will be the football stuff. Now we're going to, focus more into all the little details. And we start back with install one again. It's not like we're Super Bowl getting ready next week.
Yeah.
So it's just getting back and knowing that we have time. You need to not chase the Super Bowl next week. You need to chase just getting better, becoming closer, doing the little things the right way, because or else it's a long season. If you're chasing February today, like, good luck. That's exhausting. Could you imagine if your wife today was like, hey, what are you getting me for Valentine's Day right now?
It's a great way to put it.
You would go insane. But that is what this business is. You are playing for that one day, but it's building to that day and not as much worrying about the outcome, but really like fine-tuning the process and everything to get there.
Alex, can you hang around for just one more minute with us?
Yeah.
All right, let's go into overtime to finish this, and let's give out the winner for Alex's event right now. As you hear picks that we select that winner, I want to ask you one more question, Alex. Yes, last week we talked about who's the first guy off the bus on the Broncos. You can pick yourself if you want, but who do you think is the most physically intimidating guy that you would pick coming off that bus?
Physically intimidating coming off the bus. I'm going to go our side of the ball.
Yep.
I'm going to give it to my guy that's in front of me that is the best in the world at what he does. So DJ Jones. DJ, nobody moves him. What he does is elite. So, yeah, I'll go DJ. Let's go. Offensive side, we'll go Quinn Miners,
Yeah. Two very good. And you know what? I think both of those guys would embrace that role so much, too. They love
100%. If you try to make them go out the door together, they might just hit each other. So
They get to do that plenty in practice, I'm sure.
Yeah, they do. All right, Ryan, you got one more, or should we pick a winner?
Let's get a winner
Let's
here.
get our winner. And it is coming. Oh, this is a good one. Cash money is going to Alex's tournament this Friday. That's a big name. You better bring a good game with that.
Yeah, you better
bring a
some
good
cash.
game. You gotta, guys got to be a cornholer. You know what I mean? I can't wait.
Exactly. So cash money, email us at info@thednvr.com. We'll get you all set up. Alex, we really appreciate you joining with us today. We look forward to seeing you and beating you in cornhole on Friday. And then we look forward to seeing you hit some 100-yard home runs. 100 feet home runs.
100 feet, 100
next
yard,
Thursday with UCHealth.
Honestly, whichever. But yes, whoever wants to, seriously, come out this Friday. It's going to be fun. There's also an after party drink place in the same parking lot. Proceeds are going to Special Olympics. Come tailgate Morgan Wallen. People can just come hang out, meet the guys.
Yeah.
You can still, even if you don't want to play cornhole, if you just want to come spectate, you can enter in the drawings. I'm telling you, there's going to be 5-player jerseys. Tickets to a game this season, 7 to 10 Avs signed pictures. Like, we got a bunch of stuff. So
nice.
Be there.
I love it. And if you want any more information, we put the link in our description below. You can also buy your tickets there to get in. Man, Alex, I'm pumped to see you Friday. Let's go.
Oh, I can't wait. Now let me go get these abs so I can look good coming off the bus one.
I love it. Right on. See you, Alex.